The human mind conceals profound mysteries, hidden landscapes of intelligence that dance between extraordinary perception and unconscious brilliance. We walk through life carrying within us extraordinary capacities that often remain unexplored, dormant like ancient seeds waiting for the right moment of awakening. Geniuses inhabit a different psychological terrain, moving through existence with subtle mechanisms of thought and behavior that distinguish them from ordinary perception. Their habits, seemingly insignificant to the untrained eye, represent intricate windows into extraordinary cognitive processing, revealing silent strategies of mental elevation that most individuals never comprehend. Intelligence is not merely about measured metrics or academic achievements, but about a profound and nuanced relationship with the world, a delicate dance between observation, interpretation, and transformation. When we speak of genius, we are not referencing a static condition, but a dynamic state of consciousness that pulses with curiosity, restlessness, and an insatiable hunger for understanding. These individuals navigate reality through neurological pathways that operate beyond conventional logic, embracing patterns and connections that remain invisible to the majority. Their habits emerge not from conscious design, but from an intuitive intelligence that flows beneath rational thought, creating remarkable approaches to learning, problem-solving, and personal evolution. Consider the profound subtlety of unconscious genius, behaviors so natural that their possessors remain unaware of their extraordinary nature. These are not calculated performances, but authentic expressions of a mind that processes information differently, that sees the world through lenses of complexity and nuance. Some of these habits manifest as seemingly peculiar rituals, others as subtle cognitive strategies that transform ordinary experiences into portals of insight and understanding. They represent a silent language of intelligence, speaking volumes about the extraordinary potential hidden within human consciousness. The journey of understanding these habits is not about creating a template of genius, but about recognizing the infinite potential that resides within each individual's neurological landscape. We are all carriers of extraordinary capacities, waiting to be awakened, waiting to be understood. The habits of genius represent invitations, subtle whispers that suggest our minds are capable of far more than we currently comprehend, that our potential for growth, understanding, and transformation is limitless and profoundly mysterious. If these words feel like they're pulling something inside you, let yourself respond gently, perhaps with a like or a quiet moment shared below. And if this journey resonates, stay with us. The intricate landscape of genius unfolds not through grand gestures, but through subtle, almost imperceptible behavioral patterns that reveal extraordinary cognitive processing. These habits emerge from a profound connection between the conscious and unconscious mind, representing complex neurological strategies that transform ordinary perception into extraordinary understanding. Some geniuses talk to themselves extensively, not as a sign of madness, but as a sophisticated method of external processing, allowing complex thoughts to be articulated, examined, and refined through vocalization. This seemingly strange behavior enables them to externalize internal thought processes, creating a dynamic dialogue between different cognitive layers that facilitates deeper comprehension and innovative problem solving. Another fascinating characteristic involves a remarkable capacity for intentional daydreaming, a state that most people misunderstand as distraction or lack of focus. For true geniuses, this is an active state of cognitive exploration, where the mind is allowed to wander beyond immediate constraints, creating unexpected neural connections and generating breakthrough insights. Their ability to disconnect from immediate sensory input and dive into profound internal landscapes represents a sophisticated form of mental flexibility, where creativity and analytical thinking merge in unexpected and powerful ways. This is not laziness or lack of discipline, but a deliberate strategy of mental expansion, where the boundaries between focused attention and imaginative exploration become beautifully blurred. The relationship with sleep and rest reveals another profound genius habit that defies conventional understanding. While most people view sleep as a passive state of recovery, exceptional minds transform this period into an active zone of cognitive processing and creative integration. Some extraordinary thinkers practice deliberate sleep interruption techniques, waking themselves during specific sleep stages to capture fleeting insights and dreams that carry transformative potential. This practice represents a sophisticated understanding of consciousness, recognizing that the boundary between waking and dreaming states is far more permeable and rich with potential than traditional scientific models suggest. Physiological patterns also carry remarkable significance in the genius repertoire. Many extraordinary minds demonstrate unusual eating habits, not as arbitrary choices, but as intentional strategies for maintaining optimal cognitive performance. Some consume specific nutritional combinations that support brain plasticity, while others practice intermittent fasting or unique dietary rhythms that align with their cognitive cycles. These are not random behaviors, but carefully calibrated approaches to maintaining neurological health and enhancing mental performance, demonstrating an intuitive understanding of the profound connection between physical nourishment and cognitive potential. If this reflection echoes something you've carried silently, you are not alone. Feel free to leave your thoughts or simply be here with us. And if you wish, subscribe and return when the path calls again. The most profound manifestations of genius emerge not from external achievements, but from internal psychological landscapes that remain largely invisible to conventional perception. These extraordinary minds navigate complex emotional and intellectual territories with a depth and intensity that transcends ordinary human experience. Some geniuses develop what might appear as peculiar obsessive behaviors, but these are not random neurotic patterns, but sophisticated cognitive mechanisms for processing complex information. They might repeatedly arrange objects, follow precise ritualistic movements, or engage in seemingly repetitive actions that serve as complex neural calibration techniques, allowing their minds to maintain a delicate balance between intense focus and creative expansion. Emotional processing represents another remarkable dimension of genius behavior that challenges traditional psychological understanding. Where most individuals experience emotions as linear, reactive experiences, extraordinary minds transform emotional states into intricate landscapes of psychological exploration. They possess an almost supernatural capacity to simultaneously experience multiple emotional layers, using emotional complexity as a sophisticated tool for understanding human experience. This is not emotional instability, but a profound form of empathetic intelligence that allows them to simultaneously inhabit multiple psychological perspectives, creating a multidimensional understanding of human experience that goes far beyond conventional emotional intelligence. The relationship with time itself becomes a fascinating psychological territory for genius minds. They experience temporal perception differently, often feeling simultaneously connected to past, present, and potential future experiences. This nonlinear relationship with time enables them to see complex patterns and connections that remain invisible to ordinary perception. Some extraordinary minds develop almost prophetic capacities for pattern recognition, seeing emerging trends and potential developments long before they become apparent to others. This is not mystical thinking, but a sophisticated form of cognitive processing that integrates vast amounts of information, recognizing subtle interconnections that escape conventional analytical approaches. Social interactions become another fascinating realm where genius habits manifest in unexpected ways. Contrary to popular stereotypes, many extraordinary minds are not socially awkward, but possess an almost chameleon-like ability to observe and integrate complex social dynamics. They might appear simultaneously deeply engaged and profoundly detached, able to participate in social interactions while maintaining a remarkable capacity for objective observation. This represents a sophisticated psychological strategy of simultaneous immersion and reflection, allowing them to understand human behavior with a depth and nuance that transcends ordinary social perception. The ultimate expression of genius lies not in extraordinary achievements, but in the profound transformation of personal consciousness, a journey that transcends individual limitations and touches the very essence of human potential. As we reach the culmination of our exploration, we understand that these strange habits are not mere curiosities, but profound manifestations of a deeper intelligence that exists within us all, an intelligence waiting to be awakened, nurtured, and understood. The genius mind does not simply observe the world. It fundamentally reimagines the very fabric of reality, creating new possibilities where others see only limitations. This extraordinary capacity for reimagining reality emerges from a deep, almost mystical relationship with uncertainty and complexity. Where most minds seek comfort in predictability, the genius embraces the unknown as a fertile ground for transformation. They understand that true intelligence is not about having all the answers, but about developing an extraordinary capacity to ask profound questions, to sit comfortably with uncertainty, and to see potential where others see only chaos. Their habits represent a continuous dance between discipline and spontaneity, between rigorous analytical thinking and wild, unbounded creativity. The journey of genius is ultimately a deeply personal odyssey of self-discovery, a continuous process of breaking through internal barriers and expanding the boundaries of personal potential. Each strange habit, Each seemingly peculiar behavior represents a carefully crafted strategy for navigating the complex landscape of human consciousness. These are not random quirks, but sophisticated psychological mechanisms that allow extraordinary minds to process information, generate insights, and create transformative understanding in ways that defy conventional comprehension. As we conclude this exploration, we are reminded that genius is not a destination, but a continuous journey of growth, understanding, and profound personal evolution. Every individual carries within themselves extraordinary potential, waiting to be discovered, nurtured, and expressed. The strange habits we've explored are not exclusive territories of a select few, but invitations, subtle whispers suggesting that our minds are capable of far more than we currently comprehend. They represent portals of possibility, showing us that the path to extraordinary intelligence is not about external validation, but about developing a profound, intimate relationship with our own consciousness. If this story helped you see a part of yourself more clearly, leave a trace, a comment, a decision to walk with us. Subscribe, and let this space be part of your own healing.